there's this woman, he mentioned her in the footnote on the very last page. Someone called Patricia Churchland, whose husband, Paul, is also a philosopher. And they really think, kind of philosophically speaking, that they're just like hardcore reductionists. And so they don't even say, like when there's a profile of them in the New Yorker a couple of years ago. It's bizarre. That, not bizarre in that it's necessarily wrong, but bizarre in that nobody talks this way. Paul Churchland comes home. Patricia Churchland was like, let's say she's working from home that day, she was in classes to teach. Paul Churchland says to Patricia Churchland, Pat, my, pick whatever brain chemical. Like, dopamine levels in my brain I think are a little low. The chemical compounds in white wine will raise them. I'm going to have 4 ounces of white wine right now. That's how they talk to each other. Because, it's like, it's not like, oh, I've had a hard day at work. Like, my students are really annoying. I have this really hard book to look up that I couldn't find, or I've been puzzling over this problem. Like, I'd like to relax with a glass of white wine. It's like, no, the dopamine levels in my brain are low. The chemical compound in white wine will raise them. Therefore, please pour me, if you wouldn't mind, 4 ounces of white wine. Now, nobody talks that way except for the two of them. Maybe we all should, right? But Colin began with, like, you're just goofy. That's just a silly thing to say, right? Nobody, that there is some kind of philosophical knowledge embedded in our language. It's an important school of philosophy. And so just let's pay attention to the way we talk and the way we make sense to each other. I'll actually be able to talk quite a lot about that in that way.
It reminds me of, when you were saying that, it reminds me of the way, and I hate to make a Star Trek reference, but the way that Mr. Spock spoke on Star Trek and then the robot on the other series. I think Star Trek always had a character that was mechanistic or non-human, and part of the recurring theme for those characters would be, how do I become more human?
Right.
And one of the things how you could tell they were different was they wouldn't use contractions, they'd speak in that kind of stilted way, and that was kind of the recurring. Every Star Trek series always had somebody like that. Who was different, and observing the humans from a distance and trying to figure out what does it mean to be